G'day guys. My name's iRide Taz. This is the channel iRide Taz Motorcycling Adventures. So I've snuck out on my wife's Ninja 250R. Recently been surfaced and tuned, and I'm running it in. Granted, she was half asleep when I quietly asked, can I take the Ninja out? She was like, I took that as a yes. So I'm checking it for safety reasons and running it in. Awesome little bike that it is. Always nice to ride something different. And it's also new bikes, different bikes. They're the topic of my conversation this morning. Got back from Melbourne from the Guns N' Roses Melbourne show, and not in this lifetime tour. After waiting 25 years to see them live, we saw them at the MCG with 73,765 other people, and it was bloody awesome. The other highlight of any trip to Melbourne for a motorcycle enthusiast is always a trip into the CBD down Elizabeth Street, which is one of the, it's probably the main street in Melbourne City. The mall, or the mall, is at one end. If you follow that straight up, it's lined with motorbike shops. And I remember going there as a kid, and I remember the entirety of Elizabeth Street just being lined with bikes. These days it's a little bit different. Some of those, particularly second-hand shops, have closed down. But you still basically got every dealer of every major motorcycle company that you can purchase in Australia within a block and a half of each other, maybe 2 blocks max. So you can go and look at pretty much any motorcycle currently for sale in this country new very quickly and efficiently, and compare them very quickly and efficiently. And it's usually an absolute highlight. I'll go into the city specifically and deal with traffic, public transport, yada 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 yada, just to do that. This time it's a little bit different, and unfortunately a little bit disappointing. I specifically wanted to go to the Triumph dealership to check out a few models for both myself and Mrs. iRide Taz. And I'm not directly in the market, I wasn't looking to purchase on that day, but I'm always in, like you guys no doubt, I'm always in the market for a new bike. Always like turning them over. My wallet doesn't like turning them over, but I like turning them over, so I've always got something new, exciting and fun to ride. cruised in, and lo and behold, Triumph had moved, which blew my mind, because actually all those major dealers are actually owned by one company, Peter Stevens. And apparently Triumph had moved out to Hoddle Street, which is about 15 minutes away. So there was no Triumphs. That, whatever, okay, it was a bit disappointing, but I couldn't be bothered going all the way out Hoddle Street, because I could have gone to the Triumph dealer, much closer to where my mum and dad live. But I didn't. I went all the way down. We then went to Harley Heaven. That's the Harley Davidson dealer in Melbourne CBD. And always get strange service there. Always. And if you're a recent subscriber, you may not know that I've done most of my riding on cruises. So I am a Harley fan. I own a Harley Davidson still. So I always like checking out Harleys and looking at the new models, particularly because I really like the new 1200 Roadster. I would really have liked to buy one. Got some strange service. I was looking at the Roadster, and one of the guys literally just picked it up and moved it straight out from in front of me. Not because he was serving someone else, just because he wanted to move it. He said, "Oh, sorry mate, can I help you?" I was actually pretty interested in that bike, but I'm not really anymore. And the next port of call was KTM. And I love KTMs, I love my Duke. And they're supposedly bringing out a 390 Adventure, and I wanted to talk to the dealers about that. And they're supposedly bringing out a 790 twin to compete with bikes like Street Triple. And again, I wanted to talk pretty seriously about that, because if that's the case, then that would be high on my list of bikes to test ride. Having owned the Duke 390, not being particularly keen on the 690 because it's a $14,000 690 single. But guess what? KTM had moved to out to Hoddle Street with Triumph. So bugger that. Crossed over to the Kawasaki dealer. Guy there was awesome. There's a Kawasaki I'm super interested in, and I think because I keep going back to it, it'll probably end up being, after all this hassle, the next bike I buy. Had one there. Beautiful bike. Very keen to purchase it. You guys will just have to wait and see. Then finally we went to Kawasaki, Suzuki in the same dealer. So that was cool. Had a cracking special on GSXRs. Checked them out, of course. We went to the Yamaha dealer, and he didn't even say hello. Didn't even get up. Didn't even pay any attention to us. So again, we got pretty weird service. Guys, I'm not naive. I know there's not a whole lot of margin in motorcycle dealers or selling motorcycles, and that the rent on Elizabeth Street in the centre of Melbourne CBD must be astronomical, which is why the bikes there are not rock bottom cheap. But I have to say that it's certainly gone downhill, and unfortunately it doesn't seem to be unusual. Over the years, the care and attention and knowledge that dealers can provide you seems to be going down, and whether that's because of the rise of the internet and everyone can research a bike, and most people probably go into a dealer these days knowing more about the bike that they're interested in buying than the salesman. I don't know, but I'd have to say that the quality of service is certainly going down. So what are your thoughts, guys? Am I being just that guy, the picky, pedantic bastard with overly high expectations? Or is it something that you've noticed too? Guys, I'll sign off there. My name's Alright Daz. This is Mrs. Alright Daz's Ninja 250R that I've been having a thrash on and enjoying every minute of it. If you've enjoyed the video with me, could you subscribe? If you want to watch more of my videos, please do comment, share them around. That would be awesome. So until next time, and I put videos out on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So until next time, I ride out.